Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craftsmaster dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. So, today we're going to continue on with Blue Belt, but before we get to that, we're going to go through and we're going to review our first 2,500 throws that we've done to date so far. So, if you look at the chart, and we're looking at the one on the left-hand side there, it shows that we have 2,504 throws completed to this point in our Blue Belt level. And if you look at those numbers, they all look pretty close to what's expected, if you will. So our 7 is the roll ratio, so that's how many times our 7 rolls. That's at 6.21. Our expected is at 6. Our box numbers to 7's ratio, so that's how many times the box numbers will hit every time a 7 comes out. And we are looking at 4.14 net, and expected is 4. And you look at all of our dice on axis, we're about 1 percentage point ahead of what is expected. And our 1 die off axis is just slightly under what is expected. And then our both dice off axis is about what's expected. So if you, that chart on the left side, if you just look at those numbers alone, nothing really special jumps out. It doesn't look like we're doing a lot. Good morning, Chris. But now we look at the chart on the right-hand side, and this is where the differences start showing. If you look at that chart, it shows you what is expected and what we've actually done. So the probable count is what is expected. And then our task count is what we actually did. Good morning, Kent. Good morning, Navaldo. And if you look at those numbers now, we threw 22 more 2s than what was expected. And that's a significant number. Our 3s are just slightly bigger, but 4s, that's another signature number. 15 more 4s than what is expected. Our 5s and 6s are about a little bit over expected. Now the 7s are way below what's expected. So we threw 14 fewer 7s than what was expected. We threw 21 8s less than what was expected. And that shows my daily throwing results. And our other strong number is the 9, where we threw 13 more of them than what was expected. And our other deficient number would be the 10. So you look at these numbers, and these are what really show on a daily basis. You can really see what my signature numbers are when we are actually doing that. So just kind of a FYI now where we are at 2,500 rolls. So we're officially half done. We'll do another 100 throws today. Good morning, Kent, Navaldo, and Chris are all in the house here. So let's get started here, guys. We have a 5-4-5-4 hideaway set. I'm going to start throwing here. I did a couple throws in the beginning, and I was having a problem keeping these dice together. They're splitting apart a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. And we have a come out of a 5-6 Minmo-Yo. That's a pass line winner. So we're going to get a couple throws in here, and then we're going to start going through videos from last night. And there was a lot of them. There was lots of craps content last night that went out. Must be a popular day, Thursday nights. 6 to 8. So 8 will become our point. It's an off axis on that left die. And that left die stuck to the table, did not roll and hit the back wall, but we still count it. It's a 6-1-7. So it's a short first roll. And I think that was because that left die stuck into the tabletop. So let's get going here again. First video we're going to talk about, it seems like I do better when I talk here, at least I have been lately. First video we're going to talk about is Chiro from Minmo-Yo. He had a video update. regarding his competition that's going to be coming up, his Crapsy competition. And we have a 5-1 mixer, so our new point will become 6. 6 came easy. And in Chiro's video yesterday, he talked a little bit more about contest updates. So his Crapsy contest that he's going to have, that he's giving away his chips, and he gave the dates of the competition and talked a little bit more about the rules in that. And we have a leaner right here that will be a 4 if it drops. Yep, we got a 4 and a 1. So we got a 4-1-5. No field 5. And the dates that Chiro has is going to be March 13th, 15th, and 17th. That is a, that's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I think it is. And it's going to be at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then the top 4 finishers in the Crapsy tournament are going to be going on Saturday, the 18th of March, which is also at 7 o'clock at night. And that's for a chance to win one of his 4 modified chips that he has, his Minbo Yo chips, that he embedded 3 stones into each different chip. The black one has a diamond. He has a ruby in one of them. And there's 2 other ones that he has, and I forget what they are again. We have a 2, 6, 8. 8 came easy. So that's the first video. I just want to kind of touch on that quick, just kind of a heads up props for Chiro. Good morning, Bam. And you guys go and support him. He is trying his hardest. He's almost at 500 subscribers, so he's halfway to that pay point. And he's definitely been a pillar as of late in the community of craps. And we have another 5-1-6. The next video we're going to talk about that happened last night was Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps. He did I think he went to 2 videos yesterday. But the one that I'm going to point out is a video that he did where he's trying to figure out if it's a strategy or a gambit. And we have a 2-1-3 Alfredo sauce, ace deuce. And Jeff defines a gambit as something that is, I forget how he does that. Something that's different. Something that's kind of like a special play, if you will. I split apart a little bit there, but we got a 3-1-4 Big Joe from Crapsmaster Journey. And he calls it the 7-6-7 Southern border strategy. Kind of cool little strategy. It basically runs certain, and you guys got to kind of watch it. He kind of explained it kind of as a skill 66, but it's different than that. But he runs his bets for 7 rolls and then he turns them off. And he just basically starts pressing and pressing and pressing them. He tries to get up to a black chip, and once he gets to a black chip, he collects. Check out the strategy. It's interesting, very interesting. And it's something that if you can shoot, or you're around a shooter, and we have a 2-5. That was a 2-5, not a 1-3 or 1-2. That was a 2-5, 7. So that is a 7 out. Double pitch on that one. But the strategy that he went through is kind of a neat little strategy, especially if you can shoot or you get somebody that is hitting a lot of numbers that might help pay out quite handsomely, actually. So I am tongue-tied today. I went to work last night. We have a 2-6-8. That's our new come out. Went to work last night, and there's hardly any snow on the ground. We've had really warm weather the last couple of days. And a lot of the snow that we had here melted. Good morning, Jeff. And by the time midnight came, so 6 hours after I started my shift, we had over 6 inches of snow on the ground. So that's what I was doing this morning when I got home from work, is removing snow from my driveway. And it is heavy and it is wet right now. So it took me forever, ever to remove that snow. So 516 mixer. So Jeff, if you're just joining in, I just got done talking about your southern border strategy. And encouraging people to go out and check that out. The next video we're going to talk about is another person that's in chat right now, Chris from Dice Degen. He put out his second March Madness video. And we have a 6.5 mid-mill yo. And his second video for March Madness is with him rolling out the 3-point Molly with max odds going up against Ryan. And you need to check the video out, see who did what and who won and who moves on. Terrible toss, and on the left die went a little bit higher, but we got a 5-1 mixer again. So 6 is a dominant number today. And for those of you just joining in, if you go back to the beginning of this live stream here, good morning, Mike. If you go back to the beginning of the live stream, I went through the throwing results for the first 2,500 throws that we've done on Blue Belt. And if you look at those charts on there, the left one shows that everything is pretty much to be expected. Everything is almost on track, almost to the point of where we have another 6.5 mid-mill yo to where everything is to be expected. But the chart on the right side tells a huge story. And that story talks about what numbers are below expected and above expected. We have quite a few signature numbers that are rolling quite a bit more than what they're expecting me to throw. And a 2,500 roll sample, that's a pretty significant size. We have it 628, 8 came easy. So kind of proud of those numbers. The other thing I want to talk about is last night we had the first shooter go for the 3rd round of the International Shooter Competition. Magic Aces Larry went, and he is normally in the chat here. He comes in a little bit later. He did not. We have a 1, 2, 3 Alfredo sauce, ace deuce. He did not do well, not as well as he normally does, and he's usually a pretty top-rate shooter. But he had an off night, and that's the hard part about this competition, is you only get 2 chances at it. And if you don't get that good roll in the first 2 chances, you don't have a good chance of moving on. So we have another 2, 6, 8, easy 8. But what I wanted to talk about is after he got done shooting, him and Arnell sat and talked online for a little over an hour. And they had a pretty good conversation going on. But one of the things that Larry had mentioned is that he had a table. He has a 14-foot table. And when he moved it down into the location that it's at right now, he had torn the arm pad. And then he mentioned my build videos, and he talked about how he was looking at my video on the armrests, and we have a 5-2-7 double pitch, and that is a 7-out. But how he said the video kind of jumped ahead a little bit, and I do jump around a little bit on some of the videos simply for saving time in that. because if you watched every single thing that I did, it kind of gets boring after a while. But I did cover everything that I think he will need. But I left him a message this morning, 358, easy 8, come out, our new point is 8. But I did leave him a message this morning in Skype. So if he gets that, I will sit down and talk to him and see if we can help him through whatever he's looking to need help with. And that is one nice thing about this craps community, is that almost every single one of us in the community are willing to help people if they ask appropriately. So 415, no field 5. But anyhow, that was a really good conversation they had afterwards, and kind of bounced around a little bit different topics. And now it sounds like Magic Aces will be coming up to the Chicago, Indiana area in August when we have that get together. So that's really neat, because I will be going down as well, and I will hopefully get the chance to meet and talk with him. And we have a 1-5 mixer, another mixer for the day. And that is 5 6s that we've thrown today. No hard ways, and that's the Alvin mixers. If the dice don't feel good, make sure you set them down, regrip it. Left one went a little bit higher than the right one again, but we have a 2-1-3 Alfredo, ace deuce. And there we go. All we need is that 2 and that 4 so we can hit the small. But with that conversation with Magic Ace last night, he actually brought up a lot of really cool things. He mentioned my videos, of course, which is awesome. He also mentioned a video that Jacob did a couple days ago, 314 Big Joe from Crapsmaster Journey. But Jacob from Wager Me did a couple days ago, talking about the ATS and how you can hedge out if you get close to hitting it. Like if you only have 1 or 2 numbers left, either on small or the tall or the all, and things you could do to help hedge that out so you can make money, hopefully no matter which way the roll goes. We have a 6-6-12 midnight. So make sure you check out Jacob's video on that. It's pretty cool, pretty nice little twist from what the norm is. Veered off to the mixing bowl just slightly, and we have our first hard 6 for the day. 3-3 hard 6. Six is definitely a hot number today. Actually, 8s are throwing quite a bit today too, which is not one of my signature numbers, but it's good to see that that might be catching up a little bit. Next video we're going to talk about is the shooting craps with Alfredo. Again, dude goes on, he says he's going to go on for 1-2 hours at most, and he was on for mega amount of time again last night. But hey, I am not complaining because I love listening to that show. 426. Single pitch of the dice. So make sure you check that out. Vince is obviously on there, and Vince complimented me on my shooting progress, which is awesome, and I appreciate the compliments in that. But this is coming from a person who doesn't believe in shooting. He believes more in strategy. So I guess I could take that as a compliment. That's awesome. Thank you, Vince. Another 314 Big Joe from Crapsmaster Journey. But one of the things they talked about on the show, and I kind of want to hear some of your guys' viewpoints and thoughts about it, is why is it that, and this is your opinion, why is it that the YouTube channels that focus on slot play and poker and even blackjack for that matter. 5-1 mixer, pull in so many more people and so many more subs and so many more views than what the craps community does. Something that, it's obviously that more people play those games than craps. But what is your take on it? Talk about it in the chat here, guys. See what you think. Terrible throw. The dice slipped out, but we got a 4-1-5, no field 5, horse and buggy. That was roll number 11, going on 12 right now. And we need that 2. That's it. Not a problem, Jeff. That's the one. Good morning. So if we can hit that 2, we'll hit the small for the day. Yesterday, if you guys watched the video, we hit the small twice, and then we hit the all. So in 3 shooters, we had 3 shooters that were at the 20 mark or above for throws, so it was a really good shooting day. We hit the small 4-3-7 here, and that is a 7 out. So yeah, we hit the all tall small. If you were betting on me yesterday, you would have made mega bucks. Mega bucks. So Bam says that the ladies love all the action on a modern slot machine, and they're not intimidating. Plus the thought of winning a few thousand off of $1 or less bet. And that's probably the case and why those channels do so much better. They have more people to pull from, and but it's a lot more random. And we have a 1-6-7 come out 7. Terrible 7 because that means that both dice went off axis. But it's a pass line winner. Can't even find the right dice combination this morning. Things are in slow motion for me today. It's been a long week. Time to hopefully relax a little bit this weekend. And another come out 7, 5-2-7. And I will tell you that I expected that 5-2 to show because the dice were split when I grasped them again. And again, I threw them instead of resetting them. And that's something I've been mentioning as of late on several of my past videos, that I need to get in the habit of, if those dice split apart, even at just a hairline split, that I need to set them down and redo them. 3-3 hard 6. The last video I want to talk about that I watched last night, and this is probably, in my opinion, probably the most unique video that we did that I watched. And it was actually Chef Dice. If you checked out his video yesterday. And what Chef Dice did is we have a 2-4-6, easy 6. As he put a video called out, it's called A Day with Chef Dice International Hot Shooter. And what he did is he kind of did a blog style type video. And he basically recorded his day, the last time he shot. And he didn't do as well as he hoped, so he didn't move on to the 3rd round. That was the same day that him and Mrs. Money shot the dice at the table. She obviously is moving on to 3rd round. He is not. 5-2-7, double pitch. Have some very short rolls here today, guys. But the video is really cool. I really liked it. Very neat way of doing things. Something that I wouldn't mind getting into more of sometimes. The only problem is my life is not that interesting, so it'd be hard for me to do that style of video. So 5-6 mid-bow yo. So we gotta come out. So that's the last 7 was a come out also. Awesome. So that still is good. So we are on 2 come out winners. And Jeff, if you're still on here, congratulations, Jeff, on your 3,000 plus subscribers. I just saw that the other day. That is awesome. I do want to sit down with you. 134 Big Joe from Craftsmaster Journey. Do want to sit down with you for once and see what the heck are you doing, buddy, that you got almost 600 new subs in the last month. That is an amazing number. If I have to guess, it has something to do with Crapsy. But that is an amazing amount of increase. So congratulations on that. And we have a 5-6 mid-bow yo, perfect energy in the dice. If you see, they're both up tight against that back wall. I like Mike's answer. Those slot people would love you to think that slots pay off every time. You would think they would by the amount of payoffs they show on video. And I used to play slots. I still do occasionally. When the girlfriend and I go to the casino, she's huge on the slots, so I will sit down occasionally with her and play. And sometimes I do very well. 1-6-7. With the 7 out. Sometimes I do very well with them, sometimes not so much. So a lot of short rolls here, guys, today. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go through maybe 2 or 3 more shooters. And if they don't start increasing, we're going to probably call it early today. So we can get hopefully out of this pattern that we're in. But this is our first real bad session that we've had the entire week, probably the last week and a half. 1-5-6 mixer. That's our new come out point. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll turn it around with this shooter here. I do know that if I could find a host tomorrow, I will probably shoot sometime tomorrow or the day after on the international shooting competition in the 3rd round. 5-3-8. The 3rd round is the top 16 people from the entrance. And I think there was like 44 entrants. They narrowed it down to first one to 32 people, then the 16. Now we're in the top 16 going down to the top 8. And we have another mid-bow yo. That's an extremely strong number today. 5-6. So we have thrown that 6 times today. But our 6s are giving the finger to everybody else today, as George would say. So even though they're short rolls, you be betting on the 6s today with me, you be making money. And a 5-2-7. So we're going to go one more shooter here, guys. And if we don't turn it around, we're going to probably end it short today, which is fine because we've have quite a bit of rolls in this week. And the way things are looking, I will probably go live tomorrow morning sometime to shoot as well. As I mentioned yesterday, we have COVID hit our house. And I actually took a test last night. We have a 3-4-7. It's come out 7. and I tested negative, so that's a good thing. I'm just saying lots of 5s and 1s on the dice. Because you're drinking. Dude, it's only 8:30 in the morning. Are you still drinking from last night or are you starting early today? Are you snowed in? That's a good question. Are you snowed in there, Chiro? And we have a 1-2 Alfredo sauce ace deuce. Still looking for that point. And we have a 2-2 hard 4. It's the first hard 4 for the day. Our new point will become 4. 4 came hard. And 2, 4, 6, 2 by 4. So we're hitting a lot of small numbers again today. It's kind of been the trend lately. Smalls have been hitting quite a bit, and the talls have been a lot less. And we have a 3-2-5, no field 5. Single pitch. So this weekend I'm going to go through, and there's our 3-4-7, which is a 7 out. So I think we're going to end it right there. But this weekend we're going to go through and we'll be working on that ebook a little bit more. Also, guys, if you're enjoying this content, consider doing a membership with Craftsmaster Journey. The memberships are active today. Good morning, IPA Noah. Magic Aces, I sent you a message in Skype. Make sure you check that out. You can give me a call if you want. I can get you my number through Skype. Dustin One, good morning. Waiting for an answer from Chiro. Well, and a question mark. So let's go through our results for today. We're ending it early today, guys, because we're not doing well at all. We had 3 rolls that were even considerable. The rest of them are all pretty short. We ended up with a 9, 12, and a 9, and then a bunch of small, short ones. Box numbers are way down today. Our inside numbers are way down today. 4s and 10s are way down. Our come out 7s are way up. Horns are high, fields are low, hardways are low, and it was a dark side day, just slightly. But hey, guys, it goes that way. That's the way it rolls sometimes. We have traditionally had a very good roll the last week and a half, 2 weeks, where we've really done really well. Well, we got half the rolls in what I was intended today. Again, tomorrow morning we'll try to get out and do some more, and hopefully it turns around. Also, I'll try to hook up with a host tomorrow so we can go through and enter that shooting competition, the 3rd round. But thanks for joining along, guys. Again, check out memberships with Craftsmaster Journey. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craftsmaster Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Have a great weekend, everyone.